மருதமலை மாமணியே முருகையா.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Buddies and Blockbuster. As you know, I'm your host, AJ. I have Bob with me. We are the goats who went for the goat, but we should be named the goat to watch this movie. I hope you kept up with me, Bob. That was a lot of goats.
I found the Vijay fan here.
Vijay fan. Why? Is it because of all the goats in my t-shirt?
Yeah.
No, look, I like Vijay. I'm not a super fan, as some of you definitely are, telepathy fans there. And as of when his movies come in, I'll be the first guy to go because I kind of like his style, his songs, and stuff like that. So The GOAT, the greatest of all time, was really a much anticipated movie, mainly because, as you all know, this is his second last movie, or maybe he has another movie coming out later on, because he's going into the politics space and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure he's going to come back, but this is more of a farewell tour for Vijay. This movie, no spoilers here, truth be told, it's a good fan service movie for true telepathy fans across the board. Now, that's why there's like two buckets. There's always going to be two buckets here for Vijay type of movies, and I'm one of them who basically expect. I know what a Vijay movie is going to be. Because of that, I don't trash any kind of Vijay movie because I know this is what you expect out of these movies, right? So the GOAT, as you can see in the trailer, story is laid out there. He's a spy. There is an organization. He's known to be the best out of the best in the squad. He's accompanied by, Prashant and Prabhudeva. They're like thick of friends, and they have a lot of missions together. That's showcased in the initial piece. The first half, to me at least, was a good character intro of all these components and how things are working and how family is doing. And that was, I like that piece. There is a lot of loopholes and plot holes that happens, and this is basically predictable in any kind of spy movie, or if you're associated in any kind of organization. There's going to be tragedies, or there's going to be kind of plots that happen to your own family, and that's exactly what happens to Vijay's family here. Unfortunate incidents, I don't want to spoil much, and due to those incidents that happen during a mission that he goes through with his family, the most careless thing that he does in the movie is take his family on a mission. There is an unfortunate incident where his son gets misplaced, and as you can see in the trailer, the son basically looks like him, a more younger version of him, and it picks off from there. And there's multiple components that happen due to the gap, due to what's taken place during those years and how it impacted his family, the way how he does his job. And of course, in any Vijay movie, you have a epic climax at the end. That's basically about it in terms of the story. Don't expect too much of a story here because it's something that's predictable. You don't go to a Vijay movie thinking that the story is going to be epic, though he has done great movies like Master or Leo and stuff like that. But this is more said, it's fan service. A lot of dialogues, a lot of like the BGM, a bunch of songs. The length of the movie, keep in mind, this is 3 hours on the dot. It's a 3-hour movie. You can feel it. And this is why I said in the beginning that we are the goats to watch this GOAT movie, right? Because we've got to go through this whole marathon of this whole plot line that folds. Let's talk about the obvious, which is like the de-aging, the CGI of himself in his younger versions. The amount of trolling that happened due to the younger version. The younger version is called Jiva. In the movie, it looks good. I didn't find any problem with the way how it was. And yes, sometimes you could see the lip sync between his dialogue delivery and the mouth, it's not matching up. But overall, that character and the way how they've done it was actually good. It was smooth, and it's a good way to see, okay, this is the future. There is a clash between the father and son piece, and I like more than the actual villain played by Mohan. I like the villainous side of the son, Jiva. I like the vibes that he brought in, where he's being this good and bad at the same time. And that was good to see, because usually you always find Vijay to be the hero, right? The main guy, dynamic, comes in, saves the world. Here you could see the other side of it, and I like the way how that was carried forward. There was this other de-aging piece that happens when he's like a teenager. I've told this in our Tangalan review, which is coming up in the weekend. If you don't get the CGI and the VFX right, do not do it. Just do it in the normal way. Like, it doesn't look that good. You could tell it was a bit cringy. It went forward because as of when he was talking, the lip was not even matching what he was saying, and it was like speeding through everything else, which is just bad. You could have just made a younger, any other human and made him look like Vijay and just be done with it instead of investing more into AI and into this de-aging process. So that was kind of out of whack. In terms of the songs, there was a lot of songs. In every Vijay movie, we have more songs. Some of them were hits and the others were misses. The way how it was placed throughout the movie was out of whack. I gotta give him credit. At this age and the way how he dances, A plus, right? The first half was more of a intro towards the characters and how their lives are. I like that piece, and yes, there's a couple of issues that happen. When you get to the second half, instead of focusing, what I would have loved to see was they were stuck to those friendship between the three of them. That would have been great. That was just sped fast. We just moved into just action, overhyping telepathy. I get it. When you went to the second half, a lot of draggy scenes. Just being honest, there's too much drag with the storyline. And the climax scene, I've seen a lot of great reviews about it, and folks are liking it. To me, it was just over the top, didn't match the vibe, and the editing was just fluid, to be honest. Cast, it's a huge cast. I like the bond between the three of them. Prashant, Prabhudeva, and Vijay did a great job in terms of being three-friend trio. Jaram is there as everybody's boss, and I always have a soft spot for him. He's done a great job. There's a lot of other folks, a couple of cameos, which I'm not going to spoil, which made it a bit more masala worthy, if I may. Aside from that, to me, if you're a Vijay fan, you've got to go to the theater and watch it, experience it, because it's fan service. There's a lot of snippets of his flashback movies, and they put those pieces there. But for non-Vijay fans, you're gonna think this is a bit too much out of place. There's just too much going on for the story. Look right with the whole de-aging piece. It was just over the top for no reason. I would be more in the 2.75 to 3. If I'm a strong Vijay fan, I would give it a 4. Bob, Thalapathy, what's your take?
This movie is made only for the fans, not for the general audience. Coming to the movie, I don't know for what reason they have invested a lot in the de-aging. They would have done something different like that part. And Vijay look when they show initially, normal look when he's in the 30s or something, that was very good. The way he becomes like a older look, what they show, I didn't like it. The way beard and all, like some expressions were missing in his face or something. Next, when it comes to the story, you'll come to know, like as soon as they reveal something, then you'll come to know like what exactly it is, because we have seen many movies like what exactly will happen, like how the things will go on next, what will happen, everything. Fight sequence were the worst. Literally, that was worst. First itself, when I saw it, first sequence, like whatever happened there itself, will come to know like okay, it is going to be worse. People are telling like they might like it like in a few parts, but not completely everywhere. And music was like okay, nothing great. Maybe the disadvantage over here, it might be the villain. They did not show like what actually the missions they did. Telling it, that doesn't mean like okay, he's the greatest of all. That could have showed some more missions, like some risky mission, like where what he did and other stuffs. But this is only for the fans, not for the general audience, I would say. Fans, I would suggest them to go and watch it in the theater, and for the general audience, I would say like wait for the OTT and watch it peacefully. No need to hurry up.
Thalapathy fans will kill you. Be careful.
There was no strong villain in the movie. Like the villain would have made more gripping or something, but here we could not find anything. The Mohan, they got the Mohan, but I didn't feel like okay, he's a strong villain. Some other person would have been better. Overall, my rating is like 2.5. That's it from my
How can you give 2.5 for the greatest of all time? That is like the average of all time. How can you think about that? Please.
2.5 because for the normal audience, because they are the goats. So for them, I'm giving
Then
2.5.
Thalapathy fans?
For
What about Thalapathy fans?
Telepathy fans, yeah, I would give like 3.5.
Okay. Yeah, they should also give that much. Like, don't go more than
Right.
that. Yeah, I guys, what do you think about it? I am pretty sure there's a lot of Telepathy fans there. Did you guys love it more than that we did? Put it in the comments. Let us know. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share.